Good
That's the
evening,
legal document.
everyone.
Good evening, Adedayo. I hope I pronounced your
Okay.
name right.
So me, I have to go
Cheers,
now. No
indeed.
vex.
You try small.
Thank you.
Tosi, Adedayo, you've given me extra name.
Are you serious? Okay, Adeyo.
Yes, Adeyosu.
Okay, Adeyo sweet. See, it's both of us are here
Yeah,
since nobody joined yet. Let us be
it's
conversing.
okay. Yes, now.
At least I've not known you too well, but let us know ourselves better. I was asking,
Okay.
what we're discussing before you came was as regards the difference between segregated funds and mutual funds investments. How it
Okay.
applies, because some people just say they want to buy open TFSA, they want to open tax free savings account, they want to
Mm-hmm.
open what they call this thing, RRSP, but it depends on what
Yeah.
funds you want to put your investments. How do you want to, where do you want to buy them, through what they call it, provider, or what, how would I put it, institution. Do you want to buy with the bank, or you want to buy it with the insurance company? So he was just explaining to me, for in your own case, how much do you know about segregated funds and mutual funds?
Hmm. um.
No, just tell me what
the-
you know, at least. At least I started doing my own research too, because those are questions
Um.
people always talk about, that they throw out to get more info.
Okay. The main difference is, I think, the fact that, is it, quick question first, is it all insurance company that does mutual funds?
All insurance
Do
companies.
insurance companies,
Okay,
do
yes.
they do
At
mutual
least I
funds
just
as
found
well?
out that corporators, which were is part of our providers, even does mutual funds. And I think
Okay.
IA Insurance Industrial Alliance too does mutual funds. Do you get?
Okay.
So
Yeah, but segregated funds,
segregated funds are
all
strictly for,
insurance, oh yes, oh, they are strictly by insurance company.
yes, strictly by insurance
Okay.
company. So when it comes to segregated fund, you will not find guarantees with all insurance.
Exactly. With you, there's no guarantee with mutual funds,
Yeah.
but there's guarantee of even not about 100% of your principal when it
Yes,
comes to segregated
you are
funds,
correct. So
right?
those are the that's one of the
Yes.
advantage over mutual funds. So you can
Yeah.
imagine now. I have a case of a client that said they went to go and withdraw the money of their deceased child's money from TFSA account that they used, the
They
bank.
can't pass it. No, they can't pass
They
it.
can't even withdraw that money now.
It has to pass through
Probate,
probate if it's
yes.
mutual funds,
Yeah,
right? But if
correct.
it is segregated funds, it just goes to beneficiary.
Yes, correct, correct. Actually, so it bypasses probate if it's seg funds. So
Yes,
another thing
yes.
I also found out too. Hold on, because I was doing that research,
Okay.
and that fees and costs. That is, we have, okay. Timotaya is here. Maybe Timotaya too can add her own ideas to it. Fees and
Okay. Me
costs.
and my in a meeting.
Timotaya,
Sorry, go ahead.
well, hey, you know, how are you doing? Welcome. Not sure too many people are coming, but what
Good
Ade,
evening.
good evening. What
You
Mr.
do.
Matthew and Ade were also discussing things based on seg funds or mutual funds. So we're sharing
Okay.
ideas on what we know, because we see people saying that they want to open different types of accounts, like tax-free savings account. They want to open RRSP, RESP. So when they, and if you meet someone that says, "See, what kind of funds are you going to put my money in? What's the structure of my or what is governing my own kind of account?" So how do you educate them? What do you? So we're just talking about the difference to show them, to give more light to prospects or
So
clients.
why they should do seg
Yes,
funds?
not that I want to convince them to do seg funds, but they should be sure of their
Well
decision.
informed to make
So they will not say, "Ah,
informed
boss, they
decision.
didn't
Yeah.
tell me, you didn't tell me." So what are the things that you really put out there to share with clients when they want to open a tax free savings account, or with insurance company, because you can actually open mutual funds with corporators, but you have to be licensed to do that. But you know, we as advisors, we don't, except to go and do another exams for to be able to sell mutual funds. You can't open those accounts for them.
Yeah.
So what do you? How do you educate them? What are the things you say to let them see value in opening with you or with an insurance company rather than with other financial institutions?
Honestly, I've not really sold any. Like, if I have someone asking for TFSA or RRSP, I just guide them to Wealth Simple. So I already know that that's just like additional, because I don't have license to I didn't take any mutual funds licensing exam like PFSA or something that I will now say, okay, I am well so informed that I will now say this is how you should go about it. But for if it's a TFSA or RRSP, I know that's quite easy. At least I've guided two people with Wealth
Not simple.
Simple. Yes, and it's something that they just monitor themselves. So they are not the very I don't want to say they're not the very financially savvy people that will want to say, oh, these are the type of stocks or investment I want to go in.
Okay.
I've not had such.
Okay.
I've not had such.
Okay. I've had a case where somebody was asking that, please, oh, what is the difference between having to open with insurance company or to open with other financial institution? I said it's better we always know this, because these questions always come all the time for me, Sha. That's
Okay.
why I said let us talk about it, because very soon IA will be coming back, as I was told, as I heard.
Yeah.
So we should be ready. So even if you have a client that says I want to be seeing my money to be able to manage it and all, you can now do, okay, refer them to the virtual banks like the Neo Financials, the Wealth Simple, and all that. And if you want to actually tell them that it's better, you can have more than one TFSA account. You can also tell them that, because someone like me now, I have more than one TFSA account. I opened one with Wealth Simple, I opened one with Assumption Life, and Assumption Life is the insurance company. So I actually can compare how the money grows. I know with mutual funds, I've realized that most people say it grows faster, but it depends on the portfolios you also choose, as in the investment vehicle, rather the investment account that would actually grow the money you choose. So no problem. The thing about it is that I think someone had that presentation one time, but the person has what they call it, the person that had that presentation was Olu James. I would ask her if she can come again to, or if she can actually share with me. I'll just come, and one of these days we'll talk about it in the larger group on mutual funds and segregated funds and the advantages, so we can sell value to people and then they know their risk. There's some people that say they want to do it to the bank. It's fine, let them do it to the bank, no problem. But that means they can weigh their risk. You get?
Yeah, I did with CIBC.
Okay.
So yes. So what I just know is because of the way IA went about it when we just started, and we could not sell some of these things, even like RESP too.
Okay.
It did not really make one have interest in these things. So now that they are coming back, and with other bodies too that are coming on board, I think if we are able to sell these things, it will then make us have interest in it, or as against you just referring them like the way I refer to Well Simple.
Yeah. Yes.
So
No, it's even good if, well, me, I'm saying right now that as advisors, we
yes.
have two options. Because if you can do the second one with IA, the insurance company, you also do one with your CIBC, you can compare and let them now
Yeah.
see value that, okay, you don't have to have only one, you can have the two. One has guarantees, the other one doesn't have guarantees. One has more, the what do you call it? One is more expensive to manage because of the fees. I'm coming. Just give me a moment. Because of typically high because of the insurance fees, and one has lower cost because of is not segregated than segregated funds. That's for the one that is what do you call it? That is mutual. So Ebele is here. Ebele, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I see your footprints on social media. Well done, sis. As in, you're coming out. I'm coming
Yes,
out.
so
Makes
coming
sense.
all out.
And you're
Oh.
really selling value out there. So well done. Well done.
Thank
So
you,
I
thank
know you
you.
will even have something to even contribute. At least let us learn from each other. So what we're talking about was about segregated funds and mutual funds. So you have clients that come to you. What do you tell
Um,
them? How do you educate them on mutual funds and segregated funds? Just share with us. Let us learn from you too. Because I have one that is even coming
um,
tomorrow, and she wants me to come and share. Explain to her.
so this, people that really come for that is when they want to sign up for maybe RESPs, RSP, CFSA. Me, I'm not even contracted for all those ones, and which is very painful for me
Don't worry.
because
Hope rising. Very soon, August, we will be
I'm,
contracted.
I cannot wait, right?
Yeah.
Because I am in contact with new people. People are just coming into, Canada. So the first thing they are thinking is, oh, FHSA for first home, for buying their
Yes.
first home,
Yes.
and then
Correct.
RESP for their kids.
Correct.
And the way I kind of like outlined my own presentation, just like captures like every stage of life, what you should be doing at that point. So
Correct. Correct.
but for like 0 to 22 years, which I feel like is like schooling age, I kind of like put RESP, then cash value life insurance or universal life insurance. So
Makes
that's how I
sense.
arranged it. So most times after the presentation, they want to know, okay, let's start with the education one. Then we can now do the universal that can provide funds for any other thing they want to do in future, maybe like startup business or something like that. So most times I just tell them, okay, we can do it on Wealth Simple, or you can open it with your financial institution.
Makes
So I'm
sense.
not ready to refer them to someone else. So I need to go and continue from where I stopped. So
but
that's why I
but
really, really need to have like I'm just praying that everything works out between
why
Grade
don't
2
you
and
use
AI.
why don't you use all those virtual banks to, if you don't want to refer them to someone
Or
else,
what,
educate them
like
with the
which
virtual bank.
one?
Did
It's
you
just
open
Wealth
anyone?
Simple, like no, Sha.
Okay, do you have you ever used that to help somebody? And
Yes, I have. Yes, to
so that
set
works
up.
now for now. That works.
Yeah.
Then you can now
So I just
provide
send
them.
them my link and get the $25 referral and then guide them on how to set it up. So most times I do like a managed one where Wealth Simple is one managing the investment, and I just explain to them that it's a long-term investment. So they choose, and it's good on Wealth Simple because you get to choose your risk tolerance, and then go like that. So
Makes
but I
sense.
tell them if you open with the bank, it's mostly mutual funds. Like the options that the bank have will be mutual funds.
Yes. So how if they
So
ask
or
you,
GIC.
if they ask you what's mutual funds, what do you mean by mutual funds? How do you now tell? What do you tell them?
Most times I tell them mutual funds is the kind of investment that you get from banks mostly. And most times those funds they are high risk. At the same time, you can make like a high level of return. But there are usually no guarantees.
Makes
Then
sense.
segregated funds, you get them from insurance companies, but usually they have like 75% guarantee, meaning that if the returns is below your capital, I mean below that 75, you're guaranteed that the financial institution or the insurance company will make it up to like 75%. So you
Makes
don't lose out on anything. So that's how I think that's how I just explained that, and that's my own basic understanding of it.
Yeah. So when you tell them like that, none of them have said, "Ah, no, 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 I want to wait. I'll wait to open with an insurance company," because I spoke with someone very recently. She
Mm-hmm.
called me. I think she know Beverly. Beverly's also an advisor in our team.
Yeah.
She was like, "Tosin, do you have a license in Nova Scotia? I would love to open a segregated." I'm like, why is this person really particular about it? What did you tell the person? So I think that
Oh,
from what you just said now is was convincing enough to the client that said no. I think I would like to
wait for
open
segregated
with
funds.
an
Yes, I
insurance
have about
company.
2 clients waiting. And
So
they say, well, simple. Oh, I don't really know much about stocks. I don't want to start putting my money. So they're like, okay, I was chill. I was like, oh, by August, I should have had my thing sorted out. I'm having slight delays. So some of them, I have two like waiting. I have one that's already open with Wealth Simple. So
makes sense. So how long has this one been waiting? Because when you say waiting, how long?
the thing is that she even did soft landing. So she did soft landing. She went back to UK. So she's landing again in Canada in August. So she just feels like, okay, by the time we finally settle, then I can now start opening all those. So she even wants to open everything because she's coming from UK, so she has really worked. So she wants to even do life insurance, everything. She just like, okay, when I come in August, I'll just set up everything.
Okay. It makes sense though, because your client now is more like not fully settled, so
Yes,
still good enough to say they can wait.
I'll chill
At
for
least
you. Yeah.
from what I discovered is that not all of them can wait, because if they are really ready, then you have to then tell them they can
No,
open with
not
wealth
all of
simple.
them
If you don't
can
want them
wait.
don't to lose that client, help teach them how to open with wealth simple and just, do you use referral codes? I think wealth simple use referral codes.
Yes, I use referral
That's the plus with wealth simple. Their referral codes is selling.
and also for mortgage
Yes, I
and
want to
house and so.
welcome Ebele. I think you can see more
But these people are
details.
very slow, sharp.
Who's that?
The last time, hello,
Who's very slow? You say some people are very slow. Who's slow?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sharp.
As in
The
who's
last
that?
time I referred someone to them, they never got back. And then the last one, I had someone else again. He just got this Mazda 2025 and he wanted to insure and they were not answering. I
Okay.
had to even search for their number and then called them. And they put me on a long hold, said, oh, they've assigned it to somebody that the team leader wants to know.
What
Oh, it was
what
just so
what institution is
complicated.
this?
Sharp, the ones that do auto.
I've never heard of those ones before. Are you talking of something
Oh,
different, or this is
General insurance.
general insurance?
yes, we're contracted with Sharp now.
Oh, I'm not contracted with them, so I'm not too aware.
Oh,
I'm
for
not so
auto. So
familiar.
because they do auto and they also do house rental and all.
I'm not contracted with them,
So you
so,
just give
and
the
are
person,
they
they
new?
just fill
They
a
should be
form.
new.
Yeah, they are new. We just signed them. Was it not 2 or 3 months ago? They
Ah,
posted that people can fill their form and just sign up with them.
okay.
Around that time, they also gave us corporate ones. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not aware. I'm not aware.
Um,
But from your experience, let's see how it goes. So, if it's something that we can learn from you, from if it's something that will make sense eventually, maybe because they are new. Because I remember when Insurely joined us too, they were new. They actually evolved, and got better
yeah.
and made their
Yeah.
application process very seamless. So maybe because
Yeah.
they are new and they're trying to integrate our system and see how they can help more clients through the help of the advisors. So they are still
Yeah.
struggling with how they will go about it. So let's see how it goes so far.
Yeah.
Because we still have this Cinex or something like that. I think I'm not sure what they call that other provider. The other provider that is with us. They also do home insurance and commercial
Yeah.
insurance too.
The shop why I just contracted them because of the auto. So they do car.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was all. I was like, okay, because people have asked me, do you do
But what of the
auto? So instead of
province?
saying no,
What province are you in?
I mean, Alberta.
So the province also matters. Because I think for Sinex, I think they were saying something about that depends on the province before they can actually attend to any clients. So confirm, maybe it's because of the province you are in. Confirm.
Okay, I
Call
will
to
confirm.
confirm. So I want to welcome Janet Chindo. Happy birthday in arrears. Happy to see you again. Are you there,
I'm
Mrs.
right
Janet?
here. Thank you.
Hey, happy birthday. We saw your beautiful
Thank
picture.
you.
How did it go?
It was good. Thank you.
Thank
Sorry I'm
God.
late today.
No, we didn't
I
go.
took my son for soccer.
Are you serious? What did you play?
Sorry?
You said you took yourself for
No,
soccer.
not me, my son.
Okay, your son. Okay.
Yeah.
How did he play? Hope everything went well.
Yes, we're still there right now.
Oh, you are still waiting.
Yes.
So let us even ask you some questions because of you are full of wealth of knowledge. I would first of all want to acknowledge those who has joined. Like I see Titi Layomi, I see Mike Bello, Mr. Mike, welcome sir, Mrs. Titi, welcome, Mr. Tai, welcome. Let us give you an insight of what we're discussing. Mrs. Adeyo joined earlier, Mrs. Temisha joined earlier, Ability joined earlier. So we're talking about Seg Funds and mutual funds. Let me introduce Mrs. Janet Chindu. That was one of our instructors and the word power brain that helped me to scale through my exams. Then I told her I failed, I'm tired of failing. Failing 7 times, God help me. This one I must not fail again. So she was one of the people that helped me to scale through the exams. Failing 8 times was overwhelming. I cried. So she made it seamless for me to pass. She was part of those. Let me give my husband credit too. First, I'm really praising Janet.
So, what course was that? Was it Seg Funds?
Well, it was not. Seg Fund was not a problem. I only failed it once. Life insurance was the one I failed 7 times.
Whoa.
I was struggling. I just didn't know how to get over it. But it's over now. At every hurdle in the career journey, there's one thing that most of us are facing. That like, I've had some people that say they passed within 2 weeks, 30 days, and where are they today? They've quit because they got to one hurdle and they're like, no, 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 they can't jump. So it's like most of us that are here, I want to give us that encouragement and acknowledge the fact that we are winning together. And well done for every challenge that comes your way. You didn't quit. So God bless us all because we are doing it for our community, for ourselves, for our family, for our friends,
For our
for our
future.
future. We can't come here to Canada and we are just wasting our time here. Say okay, we are just working with them. When it's old age, we say what even made us come here? What made we now start thinking back?
No,
But
no,
thank
I'll
God.
go back home to Nigeria.
I go back. No, it's not
I'll
bad to go
retire.
back home to Nigeria, but not bad. But go home and be fulfilled that yes, it was worth coming to Canada. That's what I was saying. It was worth coming. So, what we're talking about, I got thinking today because I have a client that asked me. She wants to see the difference between Seg funds and mutual funds. So, Seg funds, I know. I went online to do my research. As Matthew was here earlier, he has left because he has gone for the very ice cream party. So it made me and then Timitaya and I think some other people as hosts. Let's discuss about Seg funds and mutual funds. Just open talk because this is majorly what our clients will come for. The major things that they want to see where can they put their remaining money. They finish paying their bills, maybe they are newbies or they're not even new because the person that is coming tomorrow I'm going to talk to is not even a newbie. She came 4 years ago and she does not even know anything about TF. She just used to hear about TFSA, RRSP, but when I now said that depends on where you want your money to go. Is it Seg funds or mutual? We're like, what is that? Someone that's been in Canada for 4 years. So we can't make an assumption that everybody that's been here for long knows it all. No, that's not true. So how do we come about letting them see value and letting them know their risk? Well, how do you push it out there with value to clients that you want to educate? So, Sister Janet, I know you can do this. You are our teacher now. You are muted.
Okay. Teachers are very theoretical. They are not business minded.
It's
So,
good.
well, we've learned about. Sorry, there's a little bit of noise here
We can't
because
hear
I'm
it. Don't
outside.
worry yourself. We can't hear.
Okay. So, we know that we've learned about the theoretical part of Seg funds, right? Very similar to what we know mutual funds are. Uh, but it does have added features, right? So there are pros and cons of that. You would just want to try to explain to the clients that whatever they want, if they know about. So, for example, your client doesn't know anything about mutual funds. How do you sell it to them? I will give you a scenario. I had someone call me and she was like, I have some money actually for my children. My children have some money from their business and they are thinking of what they would do with their funds. I don't want to fail them. I want to put this money somewhere, right? So I said, you know what, you can put it in a Seg funds. And her first question was, what is the Seg funds? How does it work? I'm like, you can invest in stocks. You can choose investments because this is the one that most people understand, right? Buying stocks. You can. So I say it's similar to buying stocks. However, it has layers of protection.
Okay.
Because when you're buying stocks, it's very risky. But when you put it in a Seg fund, then it will have layers of protection.
Okay.
And the next question was, can I take out my money anytime? I'm like, yes and no.
Oh, okay.
Yes, if you want to take it, there'll be a penalty. So she was happy about that, reason being that she doesn't want the children to just put the money in the account and then they can take it out. These children are already 18 years, so they're all adults. So she said, that's good because it will then make them stay committed. Right?
Yeah.
So the penalty will help somebody that really has an investment goal to stay committed to that investment.
Okay.
So first of all, we have to understand what is their investment goal first, right? So let's say no matter what they're saving for, if they're saving for something that is long term, so good use of a Seg Funds is if they are saving for something that maybe they will need the money in 10 years, right, and above. It's a good idea to put it in Seg Funds. Don't discourage them even if they want to save for, say, 4 years or 6 years, but disclose that there will be a penalty if they want to take out the funds.
But when it depends on the account, doesn't it? Depend on that too. So when you say there's a penalty, is it not depend on what kind of account it is?
Yeah, so the what do you call that?
MER.
The
MER?
Uh-huh.
Not the MER, the other one. Sales charge.
Sales charge. But it depends on if it's what I'm talking about is if it's Seg Funds, yes, it's mutual funds. You're doing that's non-registered accounts, you mean? Are you talking based on non-registered accounts? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So it's the accounts now we should now talk about first.
Okay. So if they're putting
yes or no, when you said yes or no, your yes or no now, is it basically just on Seg Funds? And your yes or no, is it based sorry, segregated accounts. What am I saying? And non-registered accounts.
Or registered accounts.
Or registered accounts.
So depending on the sales charge, right, there might be some penalty. Right? So if it's no load, right, then there will be no penalty. So that's why you want to be careful when you're disclosing this. So I always keep it that it depends. There could be a penalty. Right? So it depends on the type of account. If it is registered, you know that if it's RSP, for example, they're withdrawing, there's going to be taxes withheld. If it's a TFSA, depending on the sales charge, there might still be that charge. And then for those that are savvy in investment, they would know that Seg Funds has a higher management fee. This is a question somebody asked me, right? It's a higher management fee compared to, so it means most of my money is just going to the insurance company and I'm not being invested in it, right? You want to highlight other parts of it. Which would you prefer, that you leave your funds in the bank, which is a little bit more risky, you have less guarantees, less protection, and you can lose your money?
So
more money than you can.
They'll ask you what's the less protection. What are the cons now? When they say what is the risk?
Right. So I remember there was somebody that I spoke to, and he said he would never put his money in the bank. He only realized that it's a bad idea to put money in the bank when his family member passed away.
Okay, yes. I understand.
Right? It's so difficult to get your money out. You have to go through probate, that you can only get about 2,000 without going through the probate. Right? Imagine if they're investing only in the bank. Yes, the person is deceased and gone, but the family is going to really suffer to get that money out.
Yeah.
It might take a very long time.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to highlight the fact that it's easier to access your money if you have it with the insurance company. The same protection that you have under the life insurance policies, you have the same protections under here. So you can always have a beneficiary added to it. It will go directly. So you want to have that peace of mind that the bank is not going to keep your money and deprive your beneficiaries of getting that money. But basically, it's the same thing. And I also compare, I tell them that, you know what, if you put your money in a mutual fund and you don't choose the right investment, you don't have a good advisor to direct you and help you and choose the right investment, you are thinking that you can make more money in mutual funds, you're actually making less money.
Okay.
Right? So the investment, the type of investment matters, the investment options that you're choosing. So you want to work with a trusted advisor that can direct you, help you monitor your investments.
Okay.
Right? So when I tell them that, they understand, oh, I need somebody that will actually help me achieve my goal.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
These are some of the tips I use to talk to my clients about it. So I have a question.
Yes, please.
Are you saying with mutual funds, they don't have the option of choosing a beneficiary? So if someone has like an RRSP or RESP and they opened it with a financial institution, because of the difficulty in their family members accessing the funds if something happens to them? If it is a non-registered, no. Okay, non-registered. If it is registered, yes. If it is registered like an RSP, yes, they can name a beneficiary, right? They can name like their spouse. Okay, but for non-registered, if it's in the Seg fund, they can still name a beneficiary. However, if it's in mutual fund, they cannot. Yes.
So if it's in the case of RESP and the beneficiary, when I say the beneficiary, I'm talking about the children. Child passed on. What happens to the funds? As in, what happens? How will it be taken out? Do you know? Do you have any idea?
RESP. Is it so? You know that the RESP, we have the family RESP, right? So yes. If a second child, then it goes on to the other child.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay. But if it's just one child, then the parents can actually get back the money, but excluding the grants from the government.
Okay.
Because no more school.
Yeah.
Because no more school. Okay.
Yeah, no more school. Yes.
Okay. So I appreciate those who just joined. Let me welcome them here, and I'm happy that Mrs. Janet Chindo has agreed to have this conversation to enlighten us more. I was happy at least she opened that video so we can actually talk about it. I think Bele still wants to say something. Yes, we'll come back to you. Let me just introduce more people that are here. I see Mr. Steven giving you a shout out. And I see one other person that joined us. I can't remember who joined us here. Beverly, yes, Beverly is going to give us her experience, because this also got me thinking too, because she's already having a real-time experience with someone who wants to open a TFSA and said, no, it is segregated funds I want. So she will share her experience with us. And I see Uche here. I'm not sure if it's Uche male, Uche female, but I'm saying hello to you out there, and welcome. I hope you get what we're discussing here. We're talking about segregated funds and mutual funds, just an open talk about how do you
explain this.
Shed more light, explain to clients that says, I want to open an account with you. So with bank, okay, Uche female, shout out to you. So what do you tell them as regards okay, you're going to open a mutual fund account, and you want to tell them that if you're going to open a mutual fund, you can teach them how to do it on their own, or rather they should go and do it to the insurance company, that you have a colleague that can help you, or you can help them because you're contracted with an insurance company. Have you have a case of this? What's the difference? I think I want to go with the bank. I don't like insurance. What's your experience like? So that's what we're discussing here. How can you shed more light to those people that you meet, cold markets, warm markets, and all? So that's your first start to build your network, to start being a servicing advisor to your clients who are either cold, warm, or you're just trying to warm up with.
And because we're going to the market, right?
We're going to the market, so let us get ourselves ready to educate them.
Back.
And yes, Industrial Alliance is coming back. Good for us, thank God. Sis, Ebele, yeah, have the floor. I just wanted to introduce others that just joined. You can ask.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I remember someone asked a question about what if they overfund their RESP, and maybe after the child has gone to school, there's still like funds left in there. So now I just wanted to clarify: are they able to withdraw it? What exactly happens to that? Because she said she was putting her child was just one, and she was putting 260, 280 every month for the child, and she plans to do that until they turn like 18.
RSP overfunding, right?
Oh, RSP overfunding. I think sometimes we used
to have,
are you saying what should they do? You mean?
No, they were asking that because I was like, what if she was asking like if she overfunds it now, at the end of the day there's still funds left after the child has gone to school.
Yeah,
like what will happen to the
right?
That is, the child is not ready to go to school, and what happens to the money?
The child has actually gone to school and there's still funds left.
I think what they do,
after
what you
school fees?
can do is you transfer the money to. I want ideas to be shared,
RRSP.
though, but the idea is you transfer that money to RRSP.
Uh,
Yes, so you can transfer that money to
to
RRSP, so
avoid
you don't
tax
pay. Yes, to
implications.
avoid tax implication, and if you want to withdraw it, it's better you withdraw it on time. If you know you don't even want to transfer, Beverly, we are coming. We'll bring you in. If you want to withdraw it, fine, and then your tax bracket is still very low because it's in the hands of the child who tax it, so it's always very low.
Okay.
So two ways. The child can withdraw it and go and invest or do another business with it, which makes sense too. If they have
Okay.
plans to go and do a business, maybe they want to start a career in handwork. Because handwork too, there's money there.
Yeah.
Or once
Okay.
or is the
So let me
child
just
already.
chip in as well, just to remember the grant. If they've not used up the grant, will go back to the government. That one cannot be transferred to your RS. That one, government will always collect their money, right? So any other money you can transfer to RSP, as she said, you can always cash it out. But then I'm thinking, why will you not use all your money? Use all your money. You're in school. Claim everything you can claim.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then yeah, it's a valid question.
Thank you.
So thanks. At least we are all still sharing ideas. Beverly is here. Beverly Keguna. Did I pronounce it well? Beverly Keguna.
Yes, you did. Good evening,
You
everybody.
know how it sounds like my name is Kunta Kinte. That's how your name
It's
sounds. Where are you
well.
from, Beverly? I've never asked you before.
You say where am I from?
Yes.
I am Igbo. I'm from Anambra, but that's my
Ah,
husband. My husband is Delta. That's their name.
okay, like Kunta Kinte.
Eh,
All right,
okay.
welcome, sis.
So I have a friend that has a friend that experienced something with RASP,
Okay.
and so she was sharing with me. If you maximize your RASP, you lose whatever grants or loans that the school that you should qualify for when you're in the university. So you will not qualify for them.
Can you
She
recap
had
again? Can you recap what you said?
Loses.
What you said
if
as it
you
repeats.
if you maximize your RESP,
Uh-huh.
if it yeah for your child, when that child gets to university, whatever grant or scholarship or loan that is available to others who don't have RESP, the child who has maximized or has enough money in the RSP will not qualify to get those grants or those loans or those scholarships.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So someone she's my friend, but she was not telling me that her friend was complaining that the daughter has RESP,
Uh-huh.
and then there was scholarship that they had in their class. The friends got the scholarship, but they didn't give her daughter because her daughter had RESP.
Man, is that well? They call that we want to make everything balanced in Canada.
Knowledge is key, right?
Yes, but
Yeah, so
many families are actually looking forward to having scholarships for their kids, but do not know this. You see, now.
most times you will not for Nova Scotia. I don't know if it's the same with other provinces, but in Nova Scotia, automatically you don't qualify for because you have money. What are you? All those scholarships are for people who don't have money.
Okay. Perhaps this could depend on the course or the area of study of the kid, right?
Does it also apply?
I don't know if it applies to area of study, but I just know this peculiar child is only this one that I heard of. So I don't know if it will apply to others, but she didn't get because they said she has yes, because she said
she
yes.
overqualified.
Yes, they just said she has money, so she didn't qualify for all that. And the mom was very offended. So as she told my friend, my friend who was doing she was because she came in late, she came in 2021. So she was now putting money inside her son's RESP. As soon as that woman told her, she just went and stopped putting money. They say she's not doing RESP again. Because she said wherever it is, that's where it will be when the boy gets to university, so he can
qualify for anything that they are giving his classmates.
So imagine, at least I've met some parents that said of recent, they told me they've not opened that RSP for their kids, and I don't see it as if they've lost out in any way, but they are even ready to put their money in a life insurance policy, cash value life insurance for their kids than even the RSP.
I think,
I think
no. It's a balance. You have
It should
you
have a
cannot
balance
you
too.
cannot just outright the RSP. Why?
no, I'm not
Because
outrighting it now. I'm only saying
and again, like normal investment, right? The earlier you start, the better for you, right? Even if it's as small as $50, right? You don't run on your kids and say it's not right for you to open an RSP
no,
now.
you don't say that. I'm only saying here is that there should be a balance, diversified. So let's say she had known earlier, she had splitted her money in the cash value life insurance and she had the RESP.
Perhaps-
Money in the funds of RESP won't be much.
Yes, it's true.
And she will
That's true.
qualify
I agree.
for that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree too.
yeah.
Qualified.
So I
People are
have
really
I
funding
have
the thing.
heard one accountant, one of us that is an accountant. He gave us a scenario. This guy has money, as everybody knows. I'm not going to disclose who he is. He has money, but but then he told us a strategy he used. I can't fully remember, but bottom line is that he has been contributing to RESP for his daughter. When it was time for her to go to school, she didn't use the RESP. So what they did was to transfer. Of course, they will lose the grants, but of course, the growth and the principal is theirs. It's the daughter's money. So they took that money out and put it somewhere else. So she doesn't have money. So now she qualifies for
The scholarship.
loan.
Okay.
She's qualified for loan and grants. Right? She still has money.
I missed it.
Because when you take
Did you
out
get- did you
when
get
you-
what she said?
yes, when you take out money like that, it's taxed, right, at the hand of the daughter.
Yes, in the hands of the child. I think they put it in an RSP,
Okay.
and then I think they used it for a down payment to buy a house.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is an accountant strategy, and I'm not saying that everybody should do it, but it's worth looking into. You know, the last speaker mentioned it, and it's something we should really think about. It's not entirely bad for us to have RESP, but you should also be wise how to use it so that you can maximize all these funds. If what you're getting as grants is good enough as or better than the grants that you're getting from an RESP, you've gotten the growth, investment growth, you're getting back your principal, you're transferring it into an RRSP, you're using it to buy a house, your child is 21 and he's already owning a house, right? That's investment. Then yes, it's an asset. And then you're getting the loan from the government. She's going back to school, and then she's going to school using the grant and the loan to pay for her tuition. Maybe her house is
The
generating
asset
income she'll use
pay
to.
also for the
You understand? So we have to be very wise.
It's strategic.
Yes.
It's a strategy.
So it's a good thing that we had this conversation today. We only have 5 minutes more.
Okay, sorry, that 5 minutes. Let me ask a question. The question
Take the floor.
Welcome,
Take the floor.
my brother.
based on the last question, right? Now, what if what you have in your RESP is not enough for the child to go to school? What happens then? Do they qualify for the grant? Do they qualify for the loan?
Yes.
Yeah, as long as it's not enough, they will always qualify. They may not
But what-
qualify 100%, but they will, because the government knows what they have, right?
So I don't think that is a good strategy with the government because it kind of stop people from wanting to open an RESP.
How many people know?
Not
We are-
really. Not really.
yeah.
Why? Because the entry for the grants is the RESP, right? You must have an RESP for them to give you such qualification too. So it's a requirement to qualify.
Oh, so an RESP is a requirement to qualify for a grant.
Yes, correct.
Yes. If you don't have an
I don't
RSP,
think so. What
No,
about
I
people?
think it's the loan. If you apply for a student loan, this is because my sister has done it. So if you apply for a student loan, it comes with a grant. So it's a different grant. There's a grant
Yeah.
for RESP and there's a grant for the student loan.
Okay, so now I'm confused. Can you explain both, please?
Okay, so if you're contributing into an RESP, right? the government matches or whatever, there's a
Okay.
government grant
Okay, I
that is
get that.
added.
I get that part.
And then if a student, let's say a child just came in and they're going to school, they don't have an RESP and they need money, right? So they apply for a loan to go to school. It comes with a grant.
Yeah, so my question is this. Sorry to cut you. My question is this. Yeah, someone who has an RESP definitely gets a grant from the government. However, if the person has RESP and the money in the RESP is not enough for the cost the child is going for, does the child qualify to get a loan from the government?
Yes.
Qualification, yeah.
Now, for that loan, do they get a grant with it?
Yes. So the grant will be based on the loan they are taking.
Yeah, I think I know that part. So that means having an RESP does not automatically disqualify from getting a student loan.
Correct.
On the other
Sorry,
side.
with the person that I know of whose daughter is currently in
They
the
maxed out.
university, she didn't qualify to get a grant. She didn't qualify to get a loan. She didn't qualify for anything.
Okay, maybe the question for her will now be, what she has in the RESP, was it enough for the school fees and all?
Correct.
It was enough. The mother invested so much in
So if
RES.
it's enough, I can understand why they won't give her, because the government believes you already have enough money to go to school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah. That clears the cloudy part for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you for bringing this up. And for those who just joined, Dana Obada, I see you there. We're just having an open conversation on Seg Funds and mutual funds. People ask you questions on what is even about that. You have an idea of how it works, the pros and cons, and even we now diversify to other providers that are coming into Great Way Financials for we advisors to help our clients, our community. And we went ahead to talk about some of the investment accounts. We talked more with RESP more than of the TFSA. So we drifted a bit to non-registered account and registered account. That's what we started talking about, how those people have met with their own experience. Like Beverly last week called and was talking to me about how I experienced with someone that said, I want Seg Funds. That means that client is well informed to say they want Seg Funds, not mutual funds.
Based on experience.
So if you have
No, hold on. Let me correct that.
Okay.
So the lady started with me. I told her everything about TFS and all that. So she went to the bank, and then the bank told her they had the GIC and the mutual fund, and they said mutual fund is not guaranteed. So she came back to me because I told her that she should come back and then let me know what bank said. So she said her bank said mutual fund is not guaranteed and GIC is 3%. That 3% is nothing. And I told her Seg Fund has some form of guarantee. So as soon as she heard Seg Fund has some form of guarantee, she was like, okay, then let her do Seg Fund. That she doesn't want a place where she will not have any kind of guarantee. So it was me that told her that.
Okay. So you can see the approach of educating clients, how Beverly educated the client, and you can also see that you don't necessarily have to Mr. Stephen, I'm coming. You don't necessarily have to be contracted. Try to still help a client. I wouldn't have known this if not that Beverly called me. Miss Beverly called me and said, "This is the situation on ground. Do you have license in so province so you can help these clients?" So that's why I bring this talk now. She's sharing her experience with us. So I think Mr. Steven wants to say something.
Well, it's another question.
Okay, it's good. We'll come back to
You see, I'm the one asking all the questions today.
Good now.
It's not travelers.
Okay.
It's not travel insurance.
No. Now, my question is this. Irrespective of how much you have in your RESP, does it in any way affect you getting a scholarship?
I think Beverly was saying something about
the scholarships have
scholarship
their guidelines too as well, I think.
Yes, they do. Because I know of someone that got scholarship. She came to Canada when she was 17, I think 18. Sorry, 16. And the father told me, my daughter got scholarship. So someone that kid's gonna 16, they will not have so much money in the
Yeah,
RSP.
RESP, yes.
And she's very brilliant. This lady is very brilliant. So when the father
Yeah, but we don't know if she has scholarship.
she
If she
is
has
now, I'm telling
RESP,
you,
if
she
she has,
got.
sorry, if she has RESP,
She
I mean.
has.
Okay, she has
She
RESP
has.
and she got scholarship.
Yes, she has.
Okay,
And
because
comes to this
I
family.
don't want to rule out all the options for my daughter and my
Yeah,
son.
yeah,
Let
strategize
them.
it.
It's good. We should help
Yes,
our house
it's,
first.
that is why we are financial advisors. We need to strategize
Yes, true, very
Thank
true.
you.
All right then. Is there any other thing we want to say today, and so we can call it a night? We've had a conversation.
Mr. Stephen, doctors, you are not supposed to take care of yourself. Oh. Go and meet another advisor. Eh?
I don't get it.
Mr. Mike, why now? Okay, I'll see you, Mr. Mike, as my advisor.
I have a question, please.
Okay.
Okay.
This one is about our providers. Do you have a provider for Seg Funds?
Yeah. So let me not say Elizabeth told me, but when we're having our morning weekly meeting, we used to have our weekly meeting with Algeria Libo. That's for full-time hours, and I'm encouraging every one of us here to join, because that's where you get more informed. That's where we have conversations like this, that we all sit and say these are our concerns. At least I see many of us that attend who are here today. So he mentioned that it's a good thing that our industrial alliance are coming back. So get ready, and that's why we need to continue to equip ourselves for our own home. Like Stephen said, let me know what I'll do for my daughter first. So let us know what we'll do for ourselves, because we cannot sell what we don't have. You sell clothes, you're not wearing the clothes, and you want clients to come and buy it. How will you sell it? How will you say how it feels to have it? So we want to know it well for ourselves. When they get, I hope they will not say first 20 advisors, first 200 advisors. But if they say so, please leverage.
Only those who came for convention.
Only those that came for convention, not those kind of restrictions.
I saw a post from Pearl about new contracts or whatever. I didn't understand the message. Something about exclusive AI with something exclusive.
Well,
clients. I don't.
Are you going for convention? I hope everybody here is going for convention.
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
I wish you were. That's what
I'm not going for convention. I don't plan for it.
You should plan for this kind of gathering, because it's just once a year.
Yeah.
I know it works, Jerry.
So we should look forward to, if we can, still go. And if
Those coming, where are you people staying?
And you know, right now it is what they call it. It's in Calgary, Alberta.
Yes.
Ontario is more expensive. It's farther. Most of us are in the what they call it, Alberta side. So
Yes.
we should take advantage of attending in Saskatchewan, so at Manitoba, compared to Ontario next year. So this is where the providers will be announced, new providers, and of course, if you're not going, we'll still come here as a team to talk about how to go about it, how to contract with them, and get yourself ready for the market and our community. So, and ourselves first. Yeah. We use it for ourselves and see how it works before we can actually show value to our community out there.
Sorry to cut you. Did you say it's in the convention that the new providers will be announced?
Yes, it's always like that in most cases. So I'm suspecting that the convention is be announced.
Does it mean that we are not going to be able to contract with IA until convention?
I don't talk like that too. But most of the times they normally put a restriction.
Not that
first
restriction,
20
they
people,
give
first 30 to 100, or
because
only SVPs.
They will have their stands. Like I would say, the case of corporators, when they came, they had their stand. You go there, you register. So when you register, they see that you are more interested. So who do you think they will listen to first? You that didn't come for a convention, you that came to their desk to say you're interested. So that's how they actually, those providers work. If you are not showing that interest by coming to their table, they will not attend to you that is just coming because you heard.
Virtual.
So they want to attend to those that registered at the convention.
Perhaps. So we're not saying that.
I'm not saying that they will not take you.
But we are looking at it that it's possibly those are the things they could be considering anyway.
Yes.
But in any way, whatever happens at the convention, Tosin will be relaying that to you guys.
And Patrick will relay that to you guys. It's not just me. Patrick too. So thank you everyone for joining, and
We appreciate.
appreciate your patience. Though we started late, I called Mr. Matthew. There is something not happening today. He said he had called out to giving a shout out to
They're
the
enjoying
team
somewhere.
that lets one of us try to anchor certain things that we just discuss, and we can have a topic that let us even talk about it. What do we know? What can we do? How, because this is real life conversation. Don't always think of present, present, present. If you actually hold a conversation with clients like this, they'll take you very seriously
Because
because
it
they are
become real.
just come real. It comes real with them than you say, let me be presenting, let me present. But you have to also know times you have to leverage on your presentation
Short.
to explain maybe a caption of it, that this is what it says. Okay, let's go to the internet, this is what it says. They take you more
Real.
So this is something that I will encourage each one of us, advise us. If you have a topic, let's even talk about this thing. We'll all talk about it like we really mean to grow our families, our relatives are coming, our friends, they will always call back to you because the way you converse with them, you're having a conversation than just a presentation. Do you get? So this is how you start. If you can't talk here in our own circle, it's difficult to talk to them that somebody you don't know. So let us ease off to start saying we would anchor program. So that I'm just saying this based on Matthew was actually telling me that he had called out, and he has gone for the Ivari ice cream party.
The guy is
So
enjoying.
what will you do? I said I will wait and I'll push it to the group by having an open talk, because I started asking questions on Seg Funds and mutual funds, and that's where we started from. So thank you all for your contributions, for your questions. It makes sense for us to think through even your experiences that you shared. Thank you. I learned something today about scholarship. I learned something about how you can leverage on
The
build
strategy.
and that's trying to build accountant sense. So I'm sure most of us that are here are also learning by listening to one another. God bless, and
Have a great day.
Good.
All the time.
Nobody's thinking good.
All the
All the
time.
time.
All the time because I learned
My son
good
is actually
day.
answering safe from the kitchen. Do good.
All the
All
time.
the
All the
time.
time.
Do you say good?
All the time.
All
All
the
the
time.
time.
All the time.
Do you look
look good?
All
All
the
the
time.
time.
And God is good.
All
God
the
is
time.
All
All
the
the
time.
time.
So be encouraged
And all the
tomorrow
time.
and all the time.
God is
God
God
is
is
good.
Tomorrow,
good.
Ajiri
But sit
is
down.
going to have a meeting again, another advisors conversation by 5:30 p.m. We'll try to push it to the groups. Still a learning ground for all of us. 1 hour and we are all done. We won't go brain empty. We'll fill our brains with more knowledge.
Some kind of strategy, right?
So God bless and bye everyone.
See ya.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Mo.
you.
Thank you. Mo.
See you,
Bye.
everyone.